So now that we got the human readable address, I also want to be able to save it. And for this, back here in models, where we have our place model, I actually want to add a second model. And I will name it place location. And this should be a blueprint for a location. Because in my place, just as I'm saving a title or an image, I also want to save a location. And now a location should be a combination of a couple of properties. To be precise, it should contain a latitude, which should be of type double, so a number with decimal places. And I therefore also want to have a longitude. And in addition, I want to have that human readable address, so this string which contains the address we fetched from Google. Now all these properties should be set with help of the constructor. So here we have the place location constructor, and this constructor then can take a couple of required named arguments where we set the latitude and also the longitude and also the address like this. And now in my place down there, I also already want to add a new final place location type property, which I'll name location, which also should be set here through the constructor, so that we can store this location as part of our place. Now with that backend location input, I now want to create such a custom place location. And I want to use that place location instead of this location type, which is coming from the location package for my picked location here. So here I'll use place location instead, using this custom class, which we just defined in the models folder in the place.dart file, which therefore also must be imported. And now that picked location is this kind of location, I also want to update picked location down here after getting the location and the address, so that I do indeed set my picked location equal to a new place location object, where I set the latitude to lat, the longitude to lng, and the address to the address we fetched here. Now here I got an error because latitude could be null, and the same for longitude, and therefore indeed here I will add an extra check, and if lat should equal null, or if lng should equal null, I will return here. We might also want to show an error here, just as we also might want to handle error scenarios for this HTTP request here. But to keep this app a bit simpler and focus on the core topics, which is the usage of native device features, I will not do that here. Instead, I'll add this basic check here and then create my place location down there and store that in the picked location property. And with that, we now don't just have the latitude and longitude, but also this human readable address. But that's still not enough to show a preview.